my channel. I'm Jade, the artist behind Faye Collective. This week we do have quite a bit that we are getting done. This is a sea-themed sticker sheet and a galaxy sea-themed sticker sheet. And I've also drawn a blue owl to make prints with. You can find the full in-depth Draw With Me process of this owl on my channel. So this week I am needing to make some prints and things like that. So when I was happy with the illustrations, I printed them out on 300 GSM card paper. I then cut the illustrations down to size with my guillotine. When they cut to size, I use a clear cello bag and package them. The art prints are a little bit smaller than A5 size, so I did have to bend the edges and take them down. This just makes them more clean and tidy. I've got a range of different illustrations that I have done, and I've got them as kind of almost like graphic tee styles, where I'm playing a lot with different shapes and iconography, and then I've got more illustration based as well. This is my A5 and A4 prints. I've got another collection of illustrations where I'm focusing predominantly on the object itself. So these are my tattooed fish, and I've got different variations of colour. So these ones are white and blue, and I've also got a gold variation as well. And then I've also got a tattoo mushroom set that also come in different colours, as well as a variation of tattooed mushrooms. I started looking at different products that I could be making, and one thing that I really wanted to try was mugs, because I thought like cups and mugs would be really cute to make different collections of. And I couldn't decide whether I wanted 2 squid or 1 squid to wrap around the cup, so I did do 2 variations. This galaxy squid with the stars is from a galaxy themed sea sheet that I created earlier this week, but that is going to be a separate video that I'll be releasing next week. I wanted to design these more fluid, so I had them linking up with different stars, because I didn't want it to seem like one octopus is I didn't want it to seem like one squid is on one side and then another squid is on the other. I wanted it kind of linked, so I used chains to do that. I then also did my blue owl, and I made a pattern with my red moth and my grey moth, and using different variants of the flowers to make a pattern. And then I also used my mushrooms and made a little mushroom pattern, because I thought that the mushrooms would be like a cute little whimsical kind of cup. After I gotten all my designs, I went to Diamond Photo because they've got really good deals going at the moment for printing on mugs. And I uploaded my designs. This is the Galaxy squid. I do like it how it's like a squid on each side and you can see how it's kind of connecting, but I also did want to test it out just with a larger squid. And one thing that I'm really not liking is that the bottom of the image gets cut off, so it's not like a borderless print, which I think would be a lot better if the image fully wrapped around. Now I'm just testing out my mushrooms. I think with the white cup and the white spaces around the mushrooms, it doesn't look too bad, but yeah, same thing, they get cut off at the top. And then my blue owl, same thing. I just can't get over how they're cut. But I mean, I think it still looks really pretty, and I do like how it's quite simple and it's just the focus is on that. The moth also works the same as the mushrooms, like the white works in really, really well. So I'm quite happy with that. I did want to test out a very heavy graphic design, which is like my flowers with the butterfly. And then I also wanted something quite simple. So I've got the slow vibes only with my little mushroom snail. And I wanted something quite vibrant, so I went with bright yellow. There is a very large market that only happens once a year. And it was a bit far from where I live, so we actually had to travel, and the area that we are taking is called the Rumatakas, and it is a windy road. Going from a bend to a bend to a bend, following another bend. One thing that was really enjoyable about the drive, if you look past my baby's fingerprints, is the immaculate view that we had the whole way there. And after a few more bends, and another, and another, and another, we were finally there. There were quite a few streets that were closed off for the market, and it was just filled with different sellers like artists and sculptures and food and clothing and lampshades, fake large lamp flowers, as well as people playing the bagpipes with smaller art pieces, socks, oil paintings, smaller resin works and keyrings. I loved these. These are ceramic flowers, and she also did beautiful jewelry. It was such a experience going there and just seeing all these different things that people made and created. And it just went for streets and streets and streets worth. And it was so busy. It was such a hot day as well. My mom and I ended up getting quite tired, and we decided that we were going to try and walk back to the car and make our way back home. And the road that we entered the market in, after we walked and walked for hours on end, we ended up exiting on a different road of the market. And because we weren't from that area, we didn't actually know, so we ended up getting a bit lost, and we just kept on walking in the opposite directions of where the car was. So yeah, eventually we did find the car and we made our way back home. After turning and turning and turning and turning, we finally made it home. If you guys are interested in this video, I do have a full collection of what it's like starting out as a full-time artist and creating the products. And so far I've made magnets and bookmarks, magnetic bookmarks, wrapping books with my illustrations on them, and so much more. So if you guys are interested in making more things like this at home, please do go and check out my channel and see the different things that I've made, and hopefully they can help you create some really fun things at home too. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye.